everyone, welcome to TNA, and I'm Tori.
And I'm Alex.
Alright, we're just like, thank you.
Okay. And as you read the description of this video, we're gonna do she's a 10 but and then
Or
he and we're gonna be saying like a description of that kind of character.
And if you don't read this description,
You gotta
hurry up and read it. Anyways, and hit that like and subscribe button.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
You go first.
Alright. She's a 10, but she has man shoulders.
She's a 10, but when she gets older, she has anger issues.
She's a 10, but she's pretty enough without makeup, but still wears it.
She's a 10, but she's shy and has an older cousin.
Also, we can also add comments to our
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, she's a 10, but she walks barefoot in the snow.
He's a 10, but he is the fox.
He's a 10, but he turns out to be the most gayest anime character of there.
He's a 10, but he has a duck butt haircut.
He's a 10, but he got one of those bob haircuts.
He's a 10, but he's a redhead and has anger issues when he was 12.
She's a 10, but she turns out to be Lord Voldemort.
Wife.
His wife.
She's a 10, but she loves weapons.
That is actually a good one because we love weapons, so that's compatible.
It's not about us though.
He's a 10, but he wears the cat's clothes.
He's a 10, but he has a dog and acts like the dog.
She's a 10, but she lives in the closet.
She's a 10, but she wears skirts way too often.
Oh, damn. She's a 10, but she turns out to be an actual Dreamcaster.
She's a 10, but she's obsessed with her fan.
Damn. She's a 10, but she turns into a bag.
She's a 10, but we don't get to learn about her till they're 16 or 17 years old.
He's a 10, but he turns out to be a girl.
He's a 10, but he's obsessed with bugs.
He's a 10, but he uses girl products.
He's a 10, but he's cute and chubby.
Oh. He's a 10, but he turns into a pig.
He's a 10, but he can control shadows.
He's a 10, but he turns out to be Draco Malfoy.
He's a 10, but he ends up dying at the age of 16.
Damn! She's a 10, but she turns the snow.
He's a 10, but he's not confident in himself, so he wears face paint.
He is a 10, but he reads books for nothing.
He's a 10, but he's a teacher and he's super sweet. Give him an A+ on that grade.
She's a 10, but she gets all wound up in this lamp with ropes around it.
He's a 10, but he has 2 females as his slave.
He's a 10, but every woman he sees, he uses it.
He's a 10, but he has a spirit, and I think he's gay for Naofumi.
Naofumi? Dude, I just finished watching the whole series. Alright, she's a 10, but often when she drinks anything warm, she gives him brain freeze.
He's a 10, but he's super pale and his neck can...
He's the crooked man!
Exactly! He can go anywhere and everywhere at once. Are you changing?
He's a 10, but he turns out to be the vampire.
He's a 10, but he has multiple dogs. If you don't know about that till like
Season
years
6.
later. Season 6.
Alright. She's a 10, but she acts like an old woman. Stop touching my face!
I'm speaking something off. He's a 10, but he dies to like a man who believes in a god that doesn't exist.
He's a 10, but he is the god that doesn't exist.
He's a 10, but he has a weird three-blade scythe and believes in a god that doesn't even exist.
He's a 10, and his father is pregnant, and he is the
Oh my god! He's a 10, but he looks like a female and has mouths on his hands.
She's a 10, but she got pregnant at 1.
She's a 10, but she's in a group with all boys.
She's a 10, but she's stuck in the picture frame.
He's a 10, but he's part of the Inc.
He's a 10, but he's the president.
He's a 10, but he went back because Joey Drew told him to go back to the damn studio.
He's a 10, and he turns into Pokemon.
He's a 10, but he created Audrey from the ink machine.
She's a 10 that she turns into the sunlight.
She's a 10, but she went back to the studio because of a guy named Wilson and her father,
Damn.
who died.
What the fuck? She's a 10, and she becomes the floor.
He's a 10, but he's so cute and he's a minor. But he's part of the Inc.
He's a 10. And he turns into a damn monkey.
He's a 10. He's a 10, but he's also a Venus flytrap.
He's a 10, but when he was younger, he got chopped up and put in a...
He's a 10, but he eats fingers to gain power.
He's a 10, and he eats toast to gain gay power.
Oh my god. He's a 10, but he has so many piercings that he looks like he's emo.
He's a
With
10.
orange hair.
He's a 10 that anytime he sees a guy, he walks in between his legs.
He's a 10, but he's a redhead. Oh my god. Yes, we're on a live stream.
He's a 10, but he has a woman. He's a 10, but he has a woman, and that when she gets pregnant, it's not his kid.
Oh my god. I didn't even say mine. He's a 10, but he's a redhead, and he became the puppet. He became a marionette. FNAF. He's a 10, but he's a dead child that became it. My man!
Alright, she's a 10, but anytime the sun goes down, she turns into a werewolf. Yeah, sometimes these things get very gay. I'm serious. We should have warned them ahead of time.
We should have. He's a 10, but he killed his entire village. Except for his little brother.
He's a 10, but he turns into the 9-tailed fox.
Hey!
And yes, now they're pregnant.
Anyways.
He's
a 10, but we know he's gay for Naruto. Face the facts.
He's a 10, but he turns into the shield hero in the past.
He's a 10, but he uses the holy hand grenade to like beat up his enemies. Share your strength.
He's a 10, but anytime he sees warriors, he goes, fuck him.
He's a 10, but he's green and he has these weird like bumps on his body that I think are infected. Damn.
He's a 10, but anytime he uses a hairdryer, all his hair gets caught up in it.
He's a 10, but I named him Pickle Toes.
She's a 10, and we named him Dick. name is Dick.
He's a 10, but I named him Vagina.
Yeah, man. You probably would name him Dick.
I named him Vagina though.
He's a 10, but anytime he sees a woman's ass, he goes to it.
He's a 10, but he sent his son to Earth just to save his life.
That's sad.
That is sad. It's Goku. Goku was the child. He was the minor. The minor under invasion.
Sorry, everybody. Yeah, she gets very crazy. Start talking about gay stuff all of a sudden. Anyways,
Nice to meet you.
She's a 10, but she turns into a furry.
She's a 10, but she doesn't love her husband.
She's a 10, and she got 10 divorces. That had happened.
She's a 10, but she has blue hair and loves building things.
She's a 10, but she can turn into a shoe.
I want to be a shoe. He's a 10, but he destroys planets randomly. Because he's a bitch.
He's a 10, but he is the earth itself.
She's a 10, but she's a Greek goddess.
She's a 10, but she turns out to be Zeus's brother and his wife.
What do you mean, wife? You mean sister?
Yeah, no, I mean brother.
He's a 10, but he's God.
He's a 10, but he can turn into flip-flops and smell.
He's a 10, but he's a hedgehog that can't swim.
He's a 10, but he can travel different dimensions and blow them up.
He's a 10, but he's a fox with 2 tails and he can fly.
He's a 10, and he can open a portal and send 2 different AUs, alternate universes.
She's a 10, but she's a cat with bat wings.
Wouldn't that be like Catwoman?
Rouge.
Catwoman.
Rouge.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Rouge. Marry me.
Actually, I might have a ring case in my pocket. I also have sunglasses in my pocket. She's a 10, but she's on her phone 24/7 and acts like a pick-me.
They're a 10, but they're both robots.
They're a 10, but when they both see each other, they both start fucking. Dude, I'm on a streak. I did all 3 categories of fucking.
Why are we on a streak?
So if you have any more categories, they're gonna have fucking.
I don't wanna go.
Should I play music?
No. He's a 10, but he works for a snake.
He's a 10, but he turns out to be the snake working for a noseless person. Harry Potter reference.
Mine wasn't. What?
I said mine was.
I said mine wasn't.
No, it's your turn.
He's a 10, but he came back to life just to, kill everyone to restart and bring peace to the world.
He's a 10, but when he came back to life, he started fucking everyone that he saw. Man or woman or child.
Are these anime characters real?
I don't know.
We're supposed to be doing real things.
Dad! You never told me that.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Sorry. Real characters.
It's too late now! We're I don't know. We're 14 minutes.
I'm gonna edit your parts out and replace it.
No.
I'm gonna censor the words, some of them.
Yeah, the cuss words go, beep!
Eat pickles. Pickles. He's a...
Shit, whose turn is it?
It's mine.
Okay.
He's a 10, but he has a younger brother.
She's a 10 that whenever she spins, she turns into the fan.
She's a 10, but she's in love with Nafumi.
No, she really is though.
We're getting this pool together.
He is a 10 that he turns into the spear hero and just starts fighting the shield hero.
She's a 10, but she's in love with a guy who doesn't even love her back.
Actually, he might love her back.
No, I'm predicting he's gay.
Actually, me too. I saw a lot of videos of him being gay.
Predict the unpredictable.
Anyways,
Take it off.
she's a 10, but she turns into a flamingo. I said flamingo. A mango! She turns into a flamingo.
I have a ton of them now. He's a 10, but he can twist his body in multiple different ways, like a noodle.
He's a 10, but he turns out to be the tools.
He's a 10. He's a 10, but he has 3 katanas. He's a 10, but he has 3 katanas. He's a 10, but he has 3 katanas and he can't use the 4th.
Hey, she's a 10, and the one who turns into the tools, that's where she's hammering.
He's a 10, but he cooks and likes the guy's 4th katana.
He's a 10 that anytime he walks in school, he's thinking about the girls being naked.
Censored! Beep!
Yeah, that's for real.
Pickles.
I mean, you did say that this is for anyone.
Yeah, but still.
Children, you can learn cuss words from this video. I will announce every cuss word at the end of the video.
No! I'm gonna censor everything.
Anything I say, she will censor.
I'll censor all the stuff I say too if I don't think it's good.
No, actually, listen, I will watch this video 5 times.
Just to get it
Don't
down.
do anything. Alright, everybody, hit that like and subscribe button.
Like and subscribe. She's a 10. She's a 10, but all the boys flock over her.
She's a 10 that she wants to censor everything around her.
She's a 10, but she used to work for the bad guys. She used to be on the team with the bad people. And now she's good. And now everybody loves her.
She's a 10, but she got a ride with her grandparents who weren't really her parents.
He's a 10, but he's a great sniper.
She's a 10, but she's a great stripper.
Somebody come get her.
She's nice.
Stop! Don't you do that!
5 minutes of silence.
He's a 10, but he looks like Bracky.
He's a 10, but he looks like my short cousin who got married and moved away.
He's a 10, but he got major anger issues and will blow up your ass.
He's a He's a twin.
He's a twin.
I meant to say 10 and twin. Anyways, he's a 10 that he's twins with my sister. Whenever they see each other, we call them the Terror Twins. It's serious. It sucks. They can destroy houses.
Yeah. Let me think. Okay, he's a 10, but he has to go into his other like form to fight.
He's a 10 that anytime he joins the military, his parents spank him. It has happened.
These are real people, like anime.
Yeah,
anime
people have got beaten.
Anime people.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's a 10, but he's half and half.
He's a 10, but he's a Pomeranian that can explode stuff from his hands.
He's a dog, but his owner acts just like him. Grr, grr.
Gotcha. Anyways, he's a 10 that he has broccoli hair, and anytime he uses his power, he breaks his fingers.
I know. I just said that, dude. He's a 10, but he's always tired.
He's a 10 that whenever he eats sugar, he gets stronger.
He's a 10, but he has the head of a raven.
He's a 10 that he can talk to animals even though his face looks like a brick. This man's a brick.
He's a 10, but he's my power source for charging my phone.
He's a 10 but he can get harder. I know I'm going harder because he goes like this.
I'm gonna beat you up.
Yeah.
Censored. He's a 10, but he's a redhead with sharp teeth.
A shark bait.
Oh my god, shark bait. John Cena's coming back.
Actually, I'm pretty sure someone left.
Huh?
Or is leaving. Someone's left or is leaving.
I wanna see.
Anyways,
you.
She's a 10, but she's a frog.
Sue.
Her name is Sue. Sue, you.
He's a 10, but he has a giant gold hook for his hand.
Mateys, are you ready?
Basically, because One Piece is pirates.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched.
Some of them
Some
of them are as dumb as a damn rock, and rocks have more intelligence than their asses. A rock can actually do basic damn math. Censored.
Okay. Oh,
she's a 10, but she's boy.
It's my turn, idiot. My turn. They're all 10s, but they're all based off Star Wars.
It's gonna pop out. He's a 10, but he's a clown with long, luscious blue hair. I'm gonna braid it so bad.
He's a 10 that he can turn his arm into octopus thingies.
He's a 10, but he has purple all over his body stitched to his tan skin.
Oh, damn! The burnt chicken nugget. I called my sister that once. He's a 10 that he looks so crusty. Everyone looks at his lips and call him crusty lips.
He's a 10, but he's a green goblin and got random pink lips, and he's kind of ugly. He's pretty freaking ugly.
Hey, he's a 10 that when he was younger, he got his face removed and then left his family.
He's a 10, but he uses a hand to cover his face, and he only looks through the fingers with one eye.
That's true.
I have one. Can I say it? What do you think? She's a 10, but she's chubby.
Yes! Suffocate! Suffocate! Let her not breathe. Subscribe. Otherwise, I'll make more videos of me beating up Alice.
Subscribe so she stops hurting me. Victoria, subscribe.
We should.
They subscribe, Victoria.
Subscribe.
They subscribed.
Your stripper boots.
The pole. She's a 10, but she loves cleaning.
Just sorry. Okay. She's a 10 that whenever she runs to the ocean, her family bans her.
She's a 10, but she lives in a tower.
We naming D+ characters.
Yeah.
She had to think there for a sec.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do any characters, but it cannot be real characters. It'd be characters. Fuck you. Censored!
She's like, what?
Censored! He's a 10, but he's a train.
He's a 10, but he's Lightning McQueen in the red ass car.
He's a 10, but he lives in the jungle and goes, I like to move it. I like to groove it. We're on something.
We're on crack.
Yeah.
Um.
Can I see something really quickly? He's a 10, but he looks like his sensei with the tan bushy brows.
Damn. Anyways, he's a 10 that he turns into a damn. What? I have no idea what you did. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna watch this.
I was bored.
Okay, well you can say my fiance.
No!
Too
Get
late.
back to yours, please.
Okay. You missed, bitch.
Censor. Right there, girl. Girl.
The way I moved out of the screen. She's a 10, but she acts like she's the best, and until she finds out her daughter is the golden child.
She's a 10, but she has a tiger and a random old man's hitting on her.
Which one does that?
Jafar.
Shit,
Jasmine.
that's right.
What?
That's right. God dang it.
Old man hitting on teenagers.
No, that happened in real life once. No man hitting on his kid. I read the news about it. He's a 10 that anytime he goes out into the world, he catches new Pokemon, but is stupid as fuck. His buddy's partner.
You know, I have a giant one.
I think I should keep this for school. What do you think? I rock.
Where is Tall Man? Where is Tall Man? Here I am. Here I am.
Oh,
I'm gonna blur these out. I'm sorry.
Yep.
But like the audacity, like this is different. This, Mr. Rogers really went. I'm gonna blur these all out.
Yeah. Should we end the session?
Yeah, goodbye, y'all.
Bye.
No, wait, we can't end it. Yeah, we can. What? Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. Yeah.
Hi. Bye.
And yeah.